Hi, and welcome to Ions, Atoms, and Isotopes. Let's start with isotopes first of all. So an element's atomic number defines what it is. So an element with 17 protons, for example, we know, is always going to be chlorine. So an element with 17 protons is always going to be chlorine. However, an element's mass number can change, which means that it can have different numbers of neutrons. So although chlorine has a mass number of 35, which means it has 18 neutrons. So for example, 17 add 18 is 35. So chlorine has 17 protons, which means its mass number is 35. And that also then means 35 take away 17 will give us neutrons of 18. It can also have a mass number of 37. It doesn't have to be 35. So chlorine can also have a mass number of 37 rather than 35, which means it has then 20 neutrons. The different types of chlorine, these different types of chlorines are what we call isotopes. Let's move on to ions. So normally atoms are neutral. They have the same number of protons and in the nucleus as they have electrons, so orbiting in the energy levels surrounding the atom. Atoms can, however, lose or gain electrons. Now, they lose or gain electrons because they're constantly interacting and they're constantly colliding with each other. So when they do this, they form charged particles called ions. So for example, if the atom loses one or more electrons, then it becomes a positively charged ion. If the atom gains one or more electrons, it becomes a negatively charged ion.